like the first time every time, right? Thank you all. We're about to begin our ceremony. First, I'd like to ask Ms. Tucker to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. All graduates, if you could stand, we're going to have the Pledge of Allegiance and then the National Anthem. Remain standing for just a moment.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. I'd like to introduce Madeline Paul up to sing the Star-Spangled Banner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good job. You may be seated. Thank you. That was impressive, especially with a mask on. It's very nice. It was very nice. Thank you. Welcome to graduation this evening. This has been a long road to get here, and we're finally at graduation night, which can be taken many different ways. For a lot of you, this road started back September 2008, 2007, right? Probably with Spider-Man backpacks and Randy Moss t-shirts, ready for the bus on the first day. It feels like a long time ago. 12 years later, here we are. You finally made it. Congratulations. Also, for some of us, at the same hand, it feels like you've been gone forever. I mean, you've literally been out of school for a year, and because of the pandemic, we haven't had a chance to celebrate. So, welcome. Thank you for being patient. We're glad to have you with us tonight. Congratulations. I also want to welcome all of our family, our parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters, friends. In many ways, this event is more so for you than for our graduates. The number of times working at these graduations, I hear the same thing. I don't want to go to graduation. I don't want to go. And then I hear, oh, you are going to graduation, right? Because in many ways, our parents, our family members, they're the ones that were helping you get onto the bus back in 2008. They're the ones that have been helping you through with the finger paintings, helping you through elementary school, motivating you to keep going through middle school. And your family, they're the ones that helped you come to the decision that night school might be the best opportunity for you, might be the right path for you to get to this moment right here. And in true fashion, they then continued on and encouraged you to come to receive your diploma in person, continuing to support you through your quest. And guess what? Those people will continue to support you even after you're gone through high school for the rest of your lives. So I want our graduates to to take a quick moment, and just our graduates, please stand, and I want you to look back at the crowd, and I want you to find your family, your support. They are here for you. They will be here for you. And please, graduates, please give your family just a round of applause for helping you through to this point. Graduates, thank you for humoring me there. Please be seated. I'd also like to welcome this evening all of our faculty members that are here to support us. Mr. David Carlino, Donna Fauché, our adjustment counselor, Ms. Abby Tucker. One of our valued members is no longer with us. She retired this year. Sue Villamere was our secretary. She started the year, and she has since retired. She was a valuable asset. And I'd like to welcome Kara Peters, who's taken over as a secretary without missing a beat and has already proven to be a lifesaver numerous times. So Kara, if you're here, thank you. I'd also like to welcome administration from the school. We have the building principal, Ms. Watson. We have the assistant superintendent, Mr. Ryan Powers, and our superintendent, Mr. Derrick Swenson, as well as several members from our school committee. We have Tim Fitzgibbons, Michael Dolan, my favorite first grade teacher of all time, Lil Holbrook, Laura Conrad Labertino, hopefully I got that right, Dr. Sue Priwandowski, who it took me a very long time to get that one right. Hopefully we did it. I'd like to welcome Pat Riley from the Rainham Board of Selectmen, who's been a strong proponent for the Excel program for a number of years. And I would also like to welcome, to offer us a welcoming address, our school committee chair, Mrs. Rachel King.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Good evening to our administration, honored guests, families, and especially our graduates. On behalf of the Bridgewater-Rainham Regional School Committee, I would like to welcome you to tonight's graduation ceremony. As some of you may or might not know, I'm in my second term on the school committee. And while I knew about the Excel program in the general sense, until I was asked to speak tonight, I didn't exactly know how important this program is for everyone. I don't think I understood it until I really looked into it. It offers students like you sitting here a different choice, a way to change the direction of your life. You know, growing up, my family always instilled in me that we always have a choice. Some are hard and some are easy, but the hard choices are the ones that test your character and build your inner strength. You're all here tonight because you enrolled in this Excel program and made that difficult choice. I'm sure, especially this year, was especially difficult, but you committed and you made it. You're sitting here tonight ready to receive your diploma. This year, you made yourself a priority. And with that, you have opened up a world of so many more choices and the journeys in your life. I would like to thank the administration, your director, Dean Guasconi, your teachers, and especially your families for supporting your journey and your choice and your commitment to get here tonight. Congratulations to all of you for making this commitment to yourself. I wish you the best in your life future choices, and I know that you have the tools within yourself to make the best choices for your own life. Thank you, and congratulations.
Thank you, Mrs. King. At this time, we'd like to present a couple of awards to some select students. Our first award was previously a scholarship, but by the good graces of our school committee, we've since ended our fees and tuition for the program, so we don't have a scholarship anymore. Instead, we have a memorial award for Kelly Sears, who is a strong advocate of the program. The foundation has asked me to read something in Kelly's memory, so I'd like to take a moment and share that with you at this time. And also celebrate the fact that we don't have tuition anymore, correct? Like, that is a great thing. That is a great thing. In remembrance of former Bridgewater-Rainham High School student Kelly Sears, a scholarship has been established with the intent to offer a financial means to a student looking to continue their education through the Excel program. Kelly was a well-known, well-liked 1997 Bridgewater graduate. She had a quick wit and could always make people laugh, which was evident by her being voted most fun to be with by her senior class. After graduation, Kelly attended Massasoit Community College and later transferred to Northeastern, where she achieved her goal and graduated with a bachelor's degree in criminal justice. Kelly landed herself a successful job right out of college and appeared to be on a continuous path of success. As years passed, like many of us, Kelly had encountered many bumps along the road, but even when it appeared that odds were against her, she somehow always managed to persevere. What was later realized was that behind her infectious laugh, beautiful smile, and outward persona that projected nothing but confidence was an internal struggle that followed her to the day of her unfortunate passing on June 21st, 2016. Although Kelly didn't attend the Excel program, she was a strong supporter and advocate to one of her close friends that did. It's this ability that she had to encourage, motivate, influence the lives of others that led those that loved her to create a scholarship fund in her honor. Even in her physical absence, this would allow her to once again positively affect someone else's life. Kelly once said, "Remember to never forget where you've been or where you want to go. It is with hope that this scholarship will assist in paving the path for someone else's future, and that they will never lose sight of where they want to go." So in honor of Kelly Sears, her friends and family wish to congratulate the nominee as well as all of the graduates of the Excel program and wish you much success for all your futures. At this time, we would like to recognize a young woman with the Kelly Sears Memorial Award for her friendly disposition, her hard work, her perseverance, her determination to graduate and receive her diploma, and the bright future that she has ahead of her. We'd like to honor Mackenzie McLaughlin with the Kelly Sears Memorial Award. Congratulations. Our second award for the night is not so much a memorial award, but it is in honor of the program's second director and longtime advocate of the Excel program, Mr. Bill Barber, who ran the program for roughly 18 years. Some of you might have even been around when Mr. Barber was still involved with the program. He started back in 2000, and his whole policy was that the Excel program should be an open door policy. And when I first talked to Bill, I kind of got it, like every night, students come in, they have different things going on in their lives, keep the door open, they come in, they talk to you, tell you how their day was. And I thought that was the end of it, but I soon found out that it meant so much more. In the grand scheme, Excel represents opportunities for people who need another chance. That's what this program stands for. For students that have had either academic trouble, disciplinary trouble, students that the pace and rigor of day school might not be for them. Maybe they have to work to help support the family, or they've run into problems with substances or with the law or whatever it is. Life sometimes gets in the way of what the plan is supposed to be, and Excel is that opportunity and that open door for students to come back. I've also realized through the program that even when students are at Excel, sometimes they still choose to leave for a little while. And the whole point of this open door policy is just that students always have the opportunity to come back. And I'm finding out even more now that I've been involved with the program even longer. What Bill Barber meant by the open door policy is even after people graduate, they still come back, either looking for help with their next step or coming back. We had one person who was involved with a bank, and she came back a few years after she graduated and led a tutorial teaching us about financial literacy. We had one student come back who was a RN and wanted to share her experiences and how she went from Excel to being a nurse. So a lot of positive feedback in this Excel community. The student we would like to honor for this probably epitomizes this whole open door policy through and through. The student started in September of 2018, and we'll use started as a very loose term. We would see this individual for a few days, then we wouldn't see him for a few weeks, and we'd call, "Where are you? Come on back, come on." We'd get him back for a day, and then we'd lose him, and we'd have strings of semesters that we might get a couple credits. I look at the transcript and I start going dizzy. We've had 7 math classes, but I don't know how many math classes we've had. And then there was a changing point, and this is the whole point of the open door policy. And I want to say it was somewhere around COVID when we shut down and we went to virtual classes, and he said to me, "Mr. G, I can't do virtual. That's not for me. I can't do it." So he took a few semesters off. The door stayed open. And when he came back to us this fall, he came back focused and determined to finish. He put in his work for the last 2 semesters and finally got up over the hump. And he's a fan favorite with the staff. He's always respectful, polite. You can see the change in maturity, and you can really see that he has rounded the corner. And I am happy and proud that Excel could give him the time to do that. So, Morgan Southworth, you are the recipient of the Bill Barber Achievement Award. Congratulations. Nice job. I'm proud of you. We couldn't be any more proud of Morgan for finishing up. Happy to be a part of it. And at this point in time, I believe it's the main event, right? Let's check the program here. I think it is the presentation of our diplomas. Now, what we want to do, because we have a number of students who are not with us tonight, we still want to recognize their names. So what I'd like to do is read their names of the people that are not here. We can hold our applause until afterwards, and then we'll invite our people that are here up so that they can receive their diploma and walk. So of the students that are not physically here, I'd like to recognize Victoria Bainter, Callie Blanchett, Jordan Budway, Abigail Charpentier, Caitlin DeSharoon, James Fitzsimmons, Donovan Hudson, Jake Kenny, Renee Lane, Matthew Laporte, Michael Morganti, Ryan O'Gara, Jesse Payton, Michael Salvucci, Evangeline Silva, Emily Stevens, Lauren Turner, Charles Wallace, Aiden Ward, Jacob Weinreich, and Chris White. Can we give them a round of applause in their honor? And at this time, could we have our graduates who are present please stand up? Mr. Alessi, if you can round us around the seats, and we're going to line up next to the wall. Just watch your step on the stairs. Some of those names, it's like a blast from the past. There's a pre-COVID and a post-COVID roster, right, Ms. Tucker? Thank you much. All right, now it's okay for us to applause. First one, Mr. Ryan Alessi. Kylie Lynn Blanchard. Jacqueline Carcetti. Tijan Glover. Karishma Jean. Mackenzie Marie Longobardi. Mackenzie McLaughlin. Jake Thomas McCabe. Anthony Moran. Dason Dominic Newfield. Emily Roach. For the record, sometime early last March, we were having a group discussion about COVID and how dangerous COVID would be. And I was the one saying, this is nothing. And Ms. Roach was the one saying, I don't know, Mr. G, I think we're going to be out of school for a while. She definitely nailed it on that one. That was I think the last time I saw her, possibly, until tonight. Jackson Sareva. Abigail Sims. And Morgan Robert Southworth. And if we could have all of our graduates stand. You may now do the ceremonial turning of the tassels. Congratulations, you are all high school graduates. Congratulations. You can face the fans, you can face the fans. And you may be seated. And at this time, I would like to invite our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Derrick Swenson, to offer some closing remarks.
Thank you, Mr. Gosconi. Every year, this is one of my favorite ceremonies, and unfortunately, this past January and last spring, we couldn't have this evening, so it's great to see all of us here together for this wonderful event and to celebrate wonderful people and a wonderful program. And I often tell the story because I think it's fitting that when I was a building principal and assistant principal, I always had a sign on the front of my desk that stated the best gift you can give an individual is a second chance. And I say that's fitting because this program is that second chance. But one thing about a second chance is someone needs to give it, but there has to be someone on the other side receiving it. And that's what all of you have done. And you fought through, and you made it here tonight. So congratulations to you all. So today, you've earned the fruits of your labor, culmination of your commitment to your education. This is a major milestone in your journey, You've achieved this accomplishment through hard work and perseverance, so I ask that when it all settles, you take some time and enjoy this moment. As you move forward, I ask that you always remember that strength does not come from winning. Taking adversity head on develops your strengths. When you experience hardships, which we all go through in life, and decide not to surrender, that's where true strength is developed. Your future begins today. You'll continue to encounter many challenges and experience many changes. Some of you may have set goals. Others of you may be still trying to figure it out, but that's okay. Whether you have a plan or are still contemplating your next move, please always believe in yourselves and continue to persevere. It is not important to know what the future holds. No one really does. It is, however, essential to understand and believe that you are strong enough to handle anything that the future may have in store for you. My advice in closing is quite simple. Always be kind and always outwork everyone in the room. Continue on with your education in your educational journey, even if you never step foot in another school building, because life is the greatest classroom. Please learn something from it each and every day, and always remain steadfast in your belief of your own self-worth. Do these things, and I promise you, you'll continue to succeed and flourish. I thank you, congratulations, and Godspeed to you all.
Thank you, Mr. Swenson. As our graduates can tell you, one of probably my biggest pet peeves is my greatest pleasure at this point in time, and that is when students say, "Mr. G, can we go home yet?" And for the last time, yes, it's time to go home. Please rise one more time. Let's give our graduates a round of applause. Please feel free to stick around and take some pictures. Graduates, make sure you check in with me downstairs before taking off. And that concludes our ceremony. Thank you all for joining us.